But yeah, I think it's not bad. Change it up every now and then. It's not bad. All right, so that glass forge idea works, and I have a power source right here. I hear you, babies. My kitty cat. You guys, if you guys hear the kitty cat meowing, he is demanding head rubs. You guys know how it is. The kitties demand the head rub sometimes. All right, so let's do this. Let's mine out the snow. Oh, Mamba's back. He's getting back to his spot. Nope, he's not. He's laying on the ground. Anyone play Oni on the Steam Deck? If so, is it playable? Dude, is that touchscreen all day, every day? It probably is. Who doesn't demand head rubs? That's true, man. A lot of people actually do. I'm not gonna lie. Head rubs is one of those things that's, widely popular. All right, so I'm gonna put the glass forge here. Gonna get the refinement. Mama's on the bed. Let's go. Glass forge. I want to put it here because I don't want it over the gas pipes, but it shouldn't matter. And yeah, we'll just have it here. Let me replace this with airflow. Oh, there's already one there. It should be fine. So we are going to want to mine these two. And then we're going to run a insulated ceramic pipe. Just like that. And we're just going to drip the glass into the ice. Easy does it. Power line's going to be simple. We're just going to pull the line straight away with lead. I think it got both touch and controls. Because I'm thinking that... Man, that's going to be tough. It probably does. I haven't heard of anyone playing Oni with a Steam Deck, though, sadly. So I can't answer that. How many days you need to consume this million calories? All right, so each duplicate consumes 1,000, right? So I could remove the last 3 digits, right? So each dupe, I have 2,000 meals right here. Because each dupe consumes 1,000 calories per cycle, I could remove the last 3 digits right here. So I have 2,240 something meals is the best way to look at it. So after that, it depends how many dupes you have and how many cycles you're going to need for the remainder. So if we have 2,250, let's just say for example, so 2.250 thousand. So 2.250 double Ks, right? So it's 2.25 million. And you remove the last 3 digits, 2,000 meals. If we have 100 dupes, so we have to divide the 2,000 by 100. That ends up being what? 22.5. And then that's how many cycles we survive. 22.5 individual cycles. And then that consumes all of our food, assuming we don't produce any more, which is not the case. We have a lot of ways to produce food. Hatch Ranch, Paku Ranch. Oh, we have different Pakus here. We have a tropical, gulp, and a regular Paku, man. The trio. And another goldfish is coming. I'm not even mad. And then they're eating all my mealwood. Let's go. So we're producing food still. Eggs hatch. We're going to get some omelets. Omelets are sweet. A lot of food. A lot of fish right here for surf and turf. Barbecue right here. And then we have some mealwood that we're harvesting as well. So my dirt's still going down. Okay, so let's start building our compost area. We also have to extend out the coolant loop 100% of the time. So up, left, down, right, down, into here. That's perfect. So let's go with the radiant pipe. Base level, both sides. And then we do basically the same pattern. So we go 1 over. And then we drag this on top. Basically, in blueprint mode like this, you could drag over the radiant piping, and it doesn't replace it because it was already placed first. So we get insulated, radiant, insulated. Pretty good. Oh, messed up. That's all ceramic. I hate to see that. That was all ceramic. So here, here, here. Wait, not here, but here. And then here. And then this is not going to be ceramic. I'm going to use igneous. We have a lot of that. Drag it over. I need to make sure we're cooling down the compost so that we could cool down the dirt. It's going to be the main reason. Alright, so this is going to be a bridge, of course. I have to add this in so we get some more water on the line. Before we do that, you gotta make sure you have power. We just add it onto the line, actually, so it's not too bad. Get this ready. Do I want to start temp shift plating this? We have a lot right here to, you know, the... Dude, this is minus 42? Jesus Christ. I'm surprised, man. Dude, this is at minus 42? Is the automation broken? Oh, this tile is too warm. This is crazy. I quit using water, my aqua tuners, because I kept breaking tiles. What do you use now instead, Xandroff? Water is really good. It's top 3 in the game of liquids you want to use. Oh, brine. And you're using that because of the lower temperature range, right? You have a wider base, even though it still boils the steam at 100. Dude, I need to temp shift this out, man. Real talk. I need to temp shift this out. I'm probably going to use Mafic because I have a lot of Mafic. That's not bad. And then I do want to have this go up top. Just temp shift so we have a better heat transfer from the AETN. This is tough because it does not want to do a lot of heat transfer. Polluted water is also pretty good. It's very easier to get, and it's also a good range. Trying to cool to 25, and it was breaking because of freezing. Not sure what, but that is the only thing that made sense. Cooling to positive 25 degrees. Lol, Sal minus 40. That's a nice temp, dude. Ever been to Alaska? That's wintertime over there, baby. Wait, minus... No, that's positive 25, right? You should not actually have problems with that. If you're getting things breaking, that should not be the cause. Realistically, it shouldn't be. That's 6 suits I'm going to have to make. Yeah, I use ethanol too. But you have to get lucky finding ethanol, because you don't always get it. And I use it for my freezer as well. It's pretty good. Icebox for the food. Sometimes you gotta freeze the food and run it through an icebox. Very good setup. Very good setup. Of course, I have 5 cooks, because we have a lot of dupes. Gotta crank out the food. Yeah, I built a petrogen and wanted to cool the room to 25. I kept reloading because of breakage. Wait a second. Water... And then you change to brine, and you have no problems now? You have no problems now, huh? Switching to brine? That's interesting. That is interesting. Because theoretically... So brine is actually the lesser liquid. And it shouldn't have problems. 34609. It's not as good as water, which is a 4169. Or 4179. And thermoconductivity is the same. Meaning that water should be better. You're getting breakage. Pipes were breaking, or tiles were breaking. Tiles were breaking? Tiles breaking is weird. Tiles shouldn't break. Unless it's pressure damage. The output pipe on the aqua tuner kept breaking. Ah. So it's this tile, huh? And you had the setup. Did you have the sensor at the correct tile? You know what's funny? The brine might be working for the different reasons. That's possible. Yeah, because at 25 Celsius. It's 25 Celsius. So what could be happening is Xandroff was trying to chill to 25, which means you potentially get into a range of 11 degrees because you do minus 14 from 25. So if you're at 25.1 degrees Celsius and you minus 14 from that, you go to 11, right? And then after you do that, if your sensor is in the wrong spot, the thermal pipe sensor, because it has to be right in front of the intake, right? That's the white intake right there. If it's not right in front of it, you could be detecting the sensor at the wrong tile location and freezing your water twice. So from 25, you go to minus 14, that's 11, and you minus 14 again, that's negative 3. Oh, okay, so you oh, that's weird. So you have this setup, and you were still able to freeze the water at 25. And it's above 25 right there. Because I have the same thing, basically. I have water in the pipes, and I have above 26. I think something weird's going on that's not right. You followed the video from my Aquatuner video. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have any problems then, because it would end up like this. It's just really weird, because I have a very similar design right here. Aquatuner, 26 instead of 25, and we're fine. And this has been running for hundreds of cycles. Now, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to run into that problem. I'm thinking it's something weird's happening. I might not be right, but it's this kind of weird that at 25, the only way you break the pipes is if you have a mislocated sensor, and then the automation is off. Yeah, the above and below thing's important. It has to be above 26. Because you could have it with the brine, since it's a lower specific heat capacity, it heats up higher, meaning that you could be balanced out better. So water was probably net positive, and then brine is net 0. That would make it so that the Aquatuner never has the capabilities of triple bringing it down. I don't know. It's a little bit weird. That's weird, Xandroff. Hey man, if you can, post a screenshot of that, if possible, in the Discord. I want to check it out. Because I want to say it's a different issue. Of course, I might be wrong. But I am a little bit curious now. As a result. Curious too legit. Gotta get to the bottom of this. There should be some unintended alternative route for the AT to take, so it could cool the same packet twice. Packets. Maybe that is a thing too, and there's a weird loop going on. But yeah, I think that shouldn't happen. Okay, so we got this set up. So let's think about this. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta make my glass because I can't even power that. All right, we gotta get this started first. So let's connect the power. We have enough juice here. Let's check the storages. 1,000 kilograms per tile of hydrogen, 1,000 kilograms per tile of natural gas. I'm not gonna run out of power anytime soon. And we have almost 1,000 tiles of hydrogen up here. I'm actually not even using this hydrogen. I'm using all of the hydrogen for my SPOM still. That's kind of absurd. Well, anyways, I have more hydrogen than oxygen, so I'm not even going to complain. So, let's make some glass. We make 25 per process, and then how much is it per generator? It is 200. Oh, we have glass. Oh, we probably got that from the printing pod. All right, so I can build 3, which is fine. And then I need 8 per solar panel. So let's go with 64. Just because that's the divisible number by 8. 8 times 8 is 64. I get 8 more solar panels as a result. All right, dedicated line. So you can't divide that by 8, dude. There's a remainder. Gotta have the perfect numbers. Maybe 99 works it out perfectly with the amount I have. 69. Maybe you guys are right. Actually, let me actually do a little bit of math. So I have to build 8 more so that this could actually become 800. No, not 8 more. 7 more. So we're at how much right now? 6. No, plus 7. That equals 71. We were close, guys. We were close. 71. We'll get down to 69 after a couple of smelts. Okay, so everything, I think it's fine. So we do want to start strip mining here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're down here. And then I need to get to here eventually. So let me just do that for now. And then we'll just start a little bit of preliminary setup for this. Maybe do something like that. Not uprooting. I don't need to do that yet. And then we'll be able to do the ladders going left and right. Okay, cool. So glass is being smelted. We can start thinking about the automation. All right, so let's think about how we need to set this up. So space scanner. This detects meteor showers, and then it sends a signal. It sends a green signal to the automation circuit when it detects incoming objects from space. Can be configured to detect incoming meteor showers or returning space rockets. Okay, cool. So we are going to want to have a automation cable. This is going to be the signal always. So the signal always has to go into here. And what we need to do is power a couple things. So the first thing is we need to close the door. So when the meteor shower comes, we get a green signal. That opens the door, so automatically we need a NOT gate. So that goes here. We'll put it on the side. It's closer to the automation. Actually, because the ladder is right there, we're going to move this. We'll use iron for all of this. Oops, that's the wrong button. Like that. And we'll use iron for the bulk of the wires, just because of the fear of melting. That's what it was. You need 2 telescopes if you want 100% detection for meteors, and if you have at least 1 rocket open the door on time. It's a weird thing like that, yes. 1 space scanner typically isn't enough. You're right. 1 space scanner typically isn't enough. You don't get enough leeway to close the doors in time, and then this could take damage as a result. But yeah, you do actually want at least 2. Spread out, of course. Better range. And then you need the space scanners for the rockets if you want to automate it. And then you have to make sure you have enough spacing between the rockets. That doesn't become a problem. Okay, so we need the green signal flipped into a red signal, so when we detect a meteor shower, it closes the doors, and then when there's no meteor showers, it opens the doors. Perfect. So that's going to be step 1. Step 2, we need to, because of the design I want to build, what we're going to do is the regolith falls down, but the regolith also impedes vision, meaning that no sunlight goes through the regolith, and that means I can't scan. So as a result, we need to clear the regolith, and we're going to use something called a door muncher setup. Now, the door muncher is simple. I don't have to think about that. We just have to open and close the door. That way the regolith gets crushed. So the only thing we need to set up is timing. And the timing I'm talking about is when we open the doors, which means there's no meteor shower, and that means we're sending a red signal that flips into green, that opens up the bunker doors. We need to have the regolith that falls through this door, which is why we have a mechanized airlock right here. We want to have this open after the meteor shower stops. That way, the regolith falls through the scanner, does not heat it up, and that means I don't have to cool it down, because this does not generate heat. So we need to design a setup that automates opening the door, and then closes it after a fixed amount of time, because there's only so much regolith, so that it could start scanning again. So let's think about this. This is going to go green signal, open the door, because there's no meteor shower. Oh, and I need to also start setting up my solar panels. We have a lot of space on the right side with bunker tiles, so I should probably have it on the right side. So let's just do panels. And all right, so let me put this here. And I don't want the solar panels to be in the way, so it was like a box shape, and then it was like this, right? So I should move that. This should be fine. I shouldn't block anything like this. And then that's going to mean 2 ladders. Alright, so we'll get our solar panels coming out. I will have to mine this out. Let me stop that. We do this. We do that. I don't want this touching the bottom of the solar panel. I think that does heat transfer. And then after we do this, we go 1, 2, 3. This goes up. 1. And then this goes all the way up to here. Yeah, so we're going to have to mine all this out. We need to mine this to be able to climb up, make the jump. And then hopefully we get this mined up before the solar panels get built. If anything, I could just deconstruct and rebuild the solar panels if it gets too hot. Someone is trapped. Oh, K-Kun. That's not good. Can we build this? My boy's trapped. Oh, he has a full bladder. Oh, he's gonna pee on someone, dude. That's not gonna be a fun time. That's not good. I mean, he's not hungry because we kept him fed. Oh, almost Emily. Save him. Save him. K-Kud's over there drooling, dude. Alright, I'm pretty sure the moment it gets built, he's gonna just start peeing. Oh, he's running away. What is he doing? Come on, man. Go to the bathroom. There we go. Alright, he's free. He's free. Does he make it there on time? K-Kud. We need you to run like the winds. Oh, man. I hope he doesn't go through the meal hall. Slide, slide. Hey, he got it, boys. Who ate all the dirt? It was the shovels. These little fat bastards. They eat a lot, dude. They eat 5 tons a cycle. 5 tons a cycle, dude. It's so much, dude. I'm not even kidding. 4,800 kilograms. That's 5 tons, man. Approximately. They eat so much. So they just burn through the dirt if you're trying to grow your population of shovels. And then, of course, my mealwood. Mealwood's a little hot. Yeah, they eat a lot, dude. They're actually pigs. Actually gluttons. Let me tell you that. Actually gluttonous. How do you make it? I am having pips eat the tree branches. They poop out dirt. And then... Alright! What in the heck? Taraja's coming in with the raid. What's going on? Holy crap, dude. We were brought here against our will, or were we? Raid! I see you over there, Mr. Taraja. What is good? Dark Crystal, Mew. Hello, hello. Officially Wiz. Ala Kazim, DK. Hello, hello. Welcome on in, you guys. Thank you so much for the raid, Mr. Taraja. I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. But of course, how are you, dude? How was the streams today? Let me give you a shout. We also got Viscous Magic Man, Steel Sharkin. Welcome on in, you guys. Hafnia, we were brought here against our will, or were we? Hi, I get to raid you now. Hey, man, appreciate it, Taraja. Appreciate the raid. Shoutouts to you. How was the streams? There's the other shoutout command. That's Jank. There we go. Playing some Kerbal. Oh, back into the Kerbal, huh? Are you doing a hard mode run, dude? How was that? How was the Kerbal today? Talk to us about that. Hope it was going well. And I know how you feel about Kerbal too, but you preparing for that, maybe? Stream's okay. I gained a bunch of money, then lost it all. Yes, super hard. Oh, that's tough, dude. You win the lotto and then immediately you're in debt? Oh, that sounds bad. That sounds bad. It sounds like you built a rocket, though. I don't know. Since I was born prepared. Born ready, man. The Lance Stevenson. That's what we call it. Born ready. Oh, I can't actually build that? Feels bad. Oh, I can't actually reach that. Oh, I can't reach the bin. Didn't even think about that. Coming soon. Yo, man, I believe there's alpha testing or something like that. The rocket was very badly veered off course as soon as it was launched. Oh, oof. You guys forget a gyroscope or something? I actually don't know anything about Kerbal. But guys, if you guys don't know Tarandra, he does a lot of simulation games, much like we do. But Tarandra does a lot of also Minecraft, Vampire Survivors. He does Kerbal right now. He was playing Cities the other week. But yeah, check him out. Tarandra is pretty cool. He has the face cam, which I don't have. But dude, check the man out, drop the man a follow, and of course, support your boy Tarandra. Who's that? Who's that Terra guy? Yeah, man. Is that a fire mage? Nah, man. It's not a fire mage. Those don't exist anymore. They got patched out, dude. I'm just kidding. But dude, appreciate the raid, Mr. Tarandra. Thank you so much for bringing your community over, share with ours. Playing some Oni right now. You guys are not familiar. This game is a colony management simulation game. And what we're doing is we're dealing with the meteor showers that's coming in. So we're doing our best we can. And what we're going to be doing is preparing a perimeter. This bunker wall is impenetrable. Indestructible. So because of that, we were able to build this, protect ourselves from the meteor shower. And now we're able to kind of clean up the space debris otherwise. That's also very hot. It's around 260, 300 degrees Celsius, around that range. We're going to use that for a steam turbine setup. But we're getting this ready to protect ourselves from the crazy things from the sky. And then we're going to build a rocket ourselves. I don't know if we're actually going to get to launch it today. But, yo, man, going to be in space. Going to redesign it. Gotcha. Rocket took the scenic route. It'd be like that sometimes, man. Sometimes, you know, you get a lot of money and then the Kerbals get mad that you're not sharing with them. And they're like, you know what? I'm taking this rocket for a joyride. And bam! Bad things happen. Maybe you lose a Kerbal, right? At least he learns his lesson. Oh, we're getting a meteor shower. You see the stars in the background? We're getting hit, boys. So we don't have a full perimeter. It's gonna rain down on this side. And we're not worried about it. Hey, thanks so much for the 1 bit. Thank you, Mew. Have either of you tried Cause Material? I haven't heard of the game, Dark Matter, so I actually haven't seen it. What do you put over the solar? I need to build a Regolith Crusher on top of that. I'd try Kerbal. Sounds neat. Kerbal's pretty cool. 1 free channel point time, I guess. I see you over there, Mew. No, it does not fall through solar. So instead, we're going to have to make a design up top. So I will have to have this. Actually, I just do a straight ladder. So I need to make sure it doesn't line up with this. Let's put this mesh tile as well. Might need you to okay this due to link. Oh no, you're actually 2D top-down Starship design combat game developed by... Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's because you're subbed, Dark Matter. You get to post links that are safe websites, like Twitch, YouTube, things like that. Also, I think Imager is also safe. Or not safe, whitelisted. Kerbal's nice if you want to learn some low-level space mechanics. Interesting. So low-level. I think we're also low-level. Actually, I don't know, though. But guys coming in from the Tarandra raid, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm happy to help. I'm a nice guy. Try to do my best. And, dude, ask away. I will try to answer the questions the best I can. This guy with the bottomless stomach, though, I'm not a fan of, but he has a good interest combination. I don't like that he eats a lot, though. You know what? We have a lot of food. We'll take Abe. Building and testing ships is usually more fun than playing. I see you, man. It's kind of like how in Valheim, you just build houses and don't really try to beat the game. It's probably a similar feeling. It's probably a similar feeling, I imagine. I hate how that's probably true. But I feel like that's probably pretty relatable. Like, huh? It's like, you go into Valheim, you start chopping trees down, get the tree dominoes, and then you're just building a castle. And then you see your friend and you hide behind a tree and you chop the tree down as he's walking by and you try to kill him. The classic, as they call it. Yo, man, that's a good time in Valheim. Got to troll the friends with the falling trees. Oh, dude, you see that? This tree came out of nowhere from the top ropes. And then you got to be in Discord. You got to blast the John Cena music. You can't see me. Y'all know how it is, man. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. Really do be like that sometimes. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick trim right here. Nothing too crazy. And then this is pretty stable. Everything's looking great at the bottom. Are we still doing the ice thing? They are. Okay, so the ice biome is going to probably have to have all the ice get relocated. It's a cold area. I don't want the ice to melt, so we're gonna have to store it at the ice core. Gotta run and start some Uber, sir. Have a fantastic night. Keep up the grind. Appreciate it, Toronto. Hope you have some nice customers. And hope you have a lot of customers as well. Trip to trip. You know, the special. Pick up a guy, drop him off. Already have a guy there that wants you to take you somewhere else. And hopefully you get that good Uber train. But dude, thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much for the raid. And hope you have a nice day as well, Mr. Taraja. Likewise, sir. Gotta keep up the grind. Legit, totally must play Valheim with the snow. It's a classic, man. That's what you do in Valheim, man. It's like when I was playing it for the first time, I got hooked with the building aspect. But everything else is just kind of like subpar. But seriously, legit, you gotta stop strip mining. It isn't okay in the 2000s. I'm sorry, man. I didn't strip mine in the beginning, and people were getting on me like, legit, you're taking too long to mine out the area. I said, okay, we'll just start strip mining, and we'll remove everything immediately. And they're gonna be, they're like, yeah, that's nice. We get things pretty fast now. Don't have, don't have to wait that long. So I don't know. I thought it was not bad. All right, we're gonna remove this due to the fact that I am over consuming the dirt, and I also have 500,000 kcals of pickled meal lice, so can't be doing that anymore. And I also need to probably make a proper cooling loop here now, due to the fact that I don't have the cool slush water anymore. So what we could do instead is, this is jank. I could probably try to forcefully melt ice in a certain area, and then as a result, use that cold water to dump in the cool slush loop. That's probably what I can do. That works pretty well. Come pick me up in Canada. Oh man, you gotta use a different app for that, Kappa. 5 stars, only way to do it. Gotta be sensitive. This is post-apocalyptic. You gotta use everything we can. Yeah, that's true, man. I think you lose some of the character of the game. Just my personal opinion. Now for the secondary Asteroid. Oh, Dark Matter. You don't understand that we're playing Classic. We're playing Classic. This is the only Asteroid. We don't have a second one. You get all the ice water if you melt it, right? Yes, you get 100%. Which is why I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to be pretty lucrative to do that, potentially. So instead of having this like that, we could open it up, but then my gas lock breaks. I don't want that to happen. There's a lot of things. Yeah, I usually do. This is a base game colony. Morning. What's going on, Dead Beefa? Hope you're well. Dead Beefa. Is that name from Don't Starve and Beefalos? I'm curious. I love to trim, 100%. I do that so often. Is your name from Beefalo, the Beefalo cows and Don't Starve Together? Don't worry, man. I gotta cool my mealwood. It's my food source. And that's because I know my dirt is hot. So the best thing for me to do is run a cool loop. Okay, so I have an idea. So this has to line up to here. We'll have to do it like that to get it started, and it should be fine. Yeah, we're gonna do Don't Starve Thursday. Yes, I'm not doing anything on Thanksgiving. I also never played Don't Starve so many games, so little time. I feel that, man. I never really gave it a chance because of that, too. Didn't have enough time to really give it a good go. So because of that, I never really was able to play and have fun with it. So I'm hoping that we have a nice time, man. I'm hoping to learn a lot about the game as well. But yeah, I'm not doing anything Thanksgiving. So we're going to be hanging out and doing more streams. Okay, so back to here. Alright, so we still need to worry about the power. That's fine. I need to make a battery bank. That shouldn't be too bad as well. I also want to just jump across and mine this out when I can. So a lot of the times, I'm going to need a power source. So 330. We'll just probably use a conductive wire and go up to about 2,000 to make it easy. We're going to use iron as well because we have a lot of it. And then we'll just have everything run together. And then we have to power the doors as well. And then we just need to have a battery bank inside at the bottom so that it's going to be a nicer time. Let's just do a simple setup. Battery bank right below. And let's do a double setup. So one more tile is probably going to be fine. And then we're going to put Wheezeworts on the left and right. And then let's also make the last ones mesh tiles. Actually, no. The inside one should be mesh tile. Alright, and then I want to have a weird strat. We're going to do this with a lip. Alright, so we're just going to do this for now. And we know we need to do this because of the power consumption. Ooh, that's going to be lead at the bottom. I don't have to worry about this melting. At least not here. And we go like that. Since we have a roof now, it shouldn't come down to bop me in the face. So it should be okay like this. Alright, so we're mining, setting that up, get the power wires. Cool, cool. Alright, so the automation. Back to this. Very sorry. Went on a tangent. We got raided. Guys, if I missed something from chat, let me know. Remind me, please. If I missed a message, please. That way, I don't want to miss anything in chat. Help me out with that. If you guys can. Would very much appreciate it. And we need to do the mesh tiles, and then we'll do the mechanized airlocks afterwards. Alright, so the automation. So we have the door to close when you detect the meteor shower. And we need to have another design open up this door once we get the signal. So let's think this through. What's going to happen is we get a green signal because the meteor shower is going to occur. That locks the door, right? So when that happens, this door needs to be locked. Now the second thing is that after the meteor shower finishes, we give a red signal like this, which opens up the doors. So I need to probably work this door off of the signal, right? So theoretically, that means that when we send the red signal to open up the doors, which is going to be not gated, I need to also open up this door, but I need to close it after a certain amount of time. So I think the easiest setup for that is going to be a false buffer, reverse buffer. If you guys don't know what a reverse buffer is, a buffer keeps a green signal. Not a reverse buffer, a reverse filter. So it's going to be a little bit weird. So when we get a green signal, we have to have... Do I want to pull it off of the NOT gate, though? That's the question. Or do I want to pull it off of the red signal? I'm a huge fan of FF, which is I5. That's 4, Final Fantasy 4. Haven't even opened up my first part of the PC yet. It's whole area thing made me depressed. Oh, feels bad. 7. Oh, I was gonna say, like, wait, 4? That was not remade recently. My bad, my bad. It's 7, yeah. Huge fan. Gave the wrong number. This guy's a real fanboy, right, guys? Look below Raffle. Yo, I see a dark matter. Dude, man. Have you seen the Ariat memes? Hey, Cloud, how come you never bring me into the party or get me new gear? And then it's Cloud, instead of Cloud's face, it's Leonardo DiCaprio with a weird smirk. I'm like, oh, she don't know, man. Don't know how the story ends, huh? Feels bad. I'm like, dude, that's so true, man. If people who know the storyline and plot, they're gonna play appropriately. Let's be real, man. That's how it is. Also surprised by 4. I was like, yeah, was that Chrono Trigger or something? She don't think it be like it is, man. But it do. And it really do be like that sometimes. It's wild. Okay, so if we work it off of a green signal, we could do a filter setup that feeds into an AND gate, NOT gate, so that we get a weird setup for this, and then we could kind of customize that with that signal, which works. Is there any other way? Can we work it off of a red signal? Because that way I don't have to NOT gate it. So if this is green, we get a meteor shower. I don't want that. So I do work it off of the NOT gate, I think. So we pull it down, and then I want to do that weird setup I was talking about. So it's going to be a gate here. And this is going to feed in. And then what we're going to need is a filter. So the filter is going to go down. And then it's going to need a NOT gate. So this goes through, this goes in, this goes through. Perfect. And then to trigger the door muncher, how do I want to do that? That probably triggers the moment the doors open. But I don't want it running non-stop. Still praying for that supposed hidden event that wasn't in the original. Wait, they said that? They added some things to that? That'd be cool on a timer. SR latch. What's SR latch? I am not familiar with the proper terms for the logic gates. I'm sorry, Nick. I learned about the logic gates in Oni. Like, I knew how they work. I never put it into practice. Set reset. A set reset latch. We could memory toggle. I don't want to do that, though. So, alright, first things first. We know we need an AND gate here, right? So, to get it started, we know we need this. And then we also know that we need a timer. Right? Because we need the open and close setup. And then this goes down, this comes in here. And then from here, this is going to be iron, so it doesn't melt. Oh, I messed this up. I need to do it on the side. Not bad. Alright, so I need to have probably this. And then I want to have the automation and an AND gate like so. Makes more sense than call SR latch. Oh, scroll down. Oh, you're talking about the memory toggle. I see you guys. I'm going to use a different design. So we're going to use an AND gate, timer gate, so that we do the open close. And then I need something to just trigger this for an X amount of time. So if I work this off of a green signal, how would I do that? We get a green signal, and then that turns on. I could pull it off of here, right? Yeah, that works. I could just pull the signal off of here. I actually don't have to worry about it at all. Okay, so it's like this. And then I'll put a timer on top. Or right there. And then we just do that. And then all we have to do here is just pull down a wire. So theoretically, I get that gone. Let's go here, 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 here. And then we have a automation cable made out of lead. Like so. Actually, we'll have to go straight down. And then we'll have iron for this part. And then we need to do the same thing up top. So this is going to be lead. And then everything else is going to be iron. Cool. We just got to wait for that. That should be the setup. That should be the setup. We just got to wait for all the things to be built, and we should be fine. And then we'll test it out. So the only thing we need now is power. And that's going to be coming from here. How hot is this? 280? What temperature? Lead's 350, right? 327. I don't think it's going to get that hot unless I have a rocket launch right here. So I'm going to put lead. Famous last words, man. Oh, I'm going to use lead wire. It's perfectly fine. Lead is perfectly safe. Yep, lead's perfectly safe, all right. Dude, 16 wart seeds. Let's go. Risky. I'm taking the risk. Let's go, boys. We're going to be fine. All right, so... Too bad you can't feed it to the voles. See, the thing with lead, though, is that you can't produce lead. That's the problem. You can't produce lead. Feeding it to voles would be a disservice because of the fact that, well, you don't get a lot of it. So it's kind of pointless. Oh, the regolith. The regolith, we're going to use it as heat source. We're going to use it as a heat source first. All right, so here's the problem. Dark matter. If you're not familiar with some of the changes to Oni, shovels have a variant now that you have to worry about. This guy. He has a new species type. The Delectable. This is a new shovel. And guess what? They're worse. This is a nerf. So these guys, the regular shovels, give you 16,000 kcals of meat, which becomes 20,000 kcals of barbecue. Now the thing is that these guys, they get less meat. It's half. Instead of 16,000, it's 8,000. So because of that, they are a issue, and you want to avoid them. And you know how you get that egg? By increasing the body temperature of your shovels to 60 to 100. Right? So that means I don't want to heat up the shovels. So I need to cool down the regolith first. So we're going to have to extract the thermal energy from the regolith before we feed it to the shovels. I have to do that. So because I have to do that, I actually can't feed them immediately. We'll have to do that later. Feeding the shovels the regolith. So yeah, it doesn't work. That's funny how it worked right into what I said. Yeah, that's because dude, that's the thing people used to do a lot. Just get shovels, feed them the regolith on the top of the map, and you have endless food. You don't have to think about it anymore. Actually endless. So you actually have to do a little bit more to make it a little bit stable. We're gonna use 3 and 3. No, but the problem is that even if it's above 100, their body temperature is going up. That's the problem. Their body temperature is going up still, even though. So the thing is that shovels, they have a good livable range. So if you go past 100, you're already went through the 60 through 100 range, which means you have an egg chance increase already. So yeah, and it's also do you know how slicksters work, Fluan? Right? Slicksters, when you break over a certain body temperature threshold, right? If their body temperature of a slickster goes below 60 degrees, it only lays long hairs at that point. You know how that works, right? It's the same thing for shovels. So if their body temperature goes above 60, they'll start laying only delectable eggs because it's body temp. So that's the biggest problem. You need to actually like try to prevent. So yeah, so when they just go over 60, there's a huge jump in egg chance. Not a baby. Babies can't lay eggs. There's a huge jump in egg chance when they have the body temperature within 60 to 100. So that's the problem with that. So I need to cool down the regular. It's still fine though. We still need to do that because that's going to be how we get our steam rocket resource. Have you tried magma? Oh, dark matter. You don't know, huh? We have no magma on the map. We have no magma on the map. We have a frozen core. So we're kind of screwed, man. We don't have the hot heat, if you know what I'm saying. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. Really do be like that sometimes. We get the bad RNG. Big changes. So yeah, we don't have magma, dude. Feels bad. Yeah, these start below, forget, all good. You need a way to scan by what egg type or critter type is. Oh yeah, we have that. Shipping. We have a egg element sensor. That's actually what I'm doing for my hatches. So the hatches lay the eggs, and we have an auto drop off up top. So if I have not enough hatches, the egg hatches drop off here. And you can see that we have hatch egg, and stone hatch. That's because it's stone hatch, hatch. Oh, autosave lag. Let me wait for this. So you could detect which egg now by using these element sensors. Did I select this correctly? This is hatchling egg. This is hatchling egg. This is all correct. Looks like it. Oh, detect an egg for the door. That's funny. Wait, we need a hatch here. How come this is not working? Okay, so let's take this signal. Below 1-1. Oh, this one's wrong. Okay. So we got to copy this, and then it's here, here, here. Yeah, the left 3 wasn't configured yet. So that should open the door. Here? How come it still didn't open the door? Was that the wrong hatching? Oh, that's stone hatch, not a regular hatch. My bad. That's a stone hatch as well. Alright, so we had to fix that. I can't believe I didn't fix that yet. This is also wrong. So we gotta do this, this, and that. There we go. Sensor for eggs now. So basically you have an element sensor that detects the individual element on the rail. Yeah, it's 2 years old. It's really old. Dark Matter just took a break from the game, so he doesn't know a lot of the changes. But basically, you could detect individual elements. So you could do individual eggs, you could do food, you could do lumber only. This allows you to do a lot of automated sorting because you could use the sweepers and, you know, and chutes a little bit better this way by having, you know, item detection on the rail. And it's pretty convenient. Allows you to do a lot of cool stuff now, like automating a lot of the jumps that otherwise you wouldn't be able to sort out properly. Someone peed on the ground, feels bad. Hey, 8 months on that 8-month streak. Ghost Rider, man, we're about to have a baby, dude. You're on your 3rd trimester. Holy crap, dude. I see you over there. Thank you so much for the 8 months. Enjoy the emotes, the 20 dies ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. Appreciate the support, man. How you doing, Ghost Rider? Hope you're doing well. And thank you for the 8 months. 2 years old, yep. I'm new to the game, still learning. Yeah. If you have questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Much like how Dark Matter hasn't played in a while. He's just, you know, making comments. And, you know, we're letting him know we have changes. 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's perfectly fine. You know, if that's how you learn the game, just ask the questions. If not, man, have fun, play the game, ask when you're frustrated, because I want you guys to kind of get that dopamine rush that you get from figuring things out on your own. You guys know what I'm saying? You ever do a puzzle that was really tough, and then you beat it, finally, and you get that rush, like, oh man, I did it. You know, man, that's that dopamine feeling you gotta get. You gotta do it, man. Doing well, working on a reactor build. Nice, nice. Which kind of design are you going for? You're going to go for the standard steam turbine, 8 turbines per reactor. Is it 8 to 10? And then you could have the output pipe of the steam always go into the reactor. And then you just got to have a buffer tank to make sure there's always balance. But it's pretty good. Have 11 running. That works pretty well too. 1 on the center, 5 on the left, 5 on the right. Alright everyone, here I was searching YouTube and ToolC hardly ever came up in the searches. Go to his videos and follow. Dude, Dark Matter, appreciate it, man. Thank you for the... See, Dark Matter was not paid to say that. He's doing that out of his own goodwill. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for the shout. Giving me the head nod of approval. Y'all know what it is. Appreciate that, man. I always see legit show up my Google searches. Google searches? Damn, son. I'm popping up on Google? I thought it was just YouTube. Yeah, man, I'm moving up in the world. We're coming up on slides one on the table. Have you guys seen that? Meme arm wrestling thing? 2 guys are arm wrestling. One guy's like just a lot bigger than the other guy, and he's struggling, right? And then the guy motions with his head under the table, and he slides them $20. And the other guy was, I think it was the Mountain from Game of Thrones, the really big guy, and he fakes the loss. And it's freaking hilarious, man. Oh god. 2 stuck dupes, ceiling collapse. This guy's stuck. Yep. Let's cancel that. Let's mine this. Come on, man. This way. Get up to here. No! Oh, you mined it. Okay, this tile. Ari, dude, you need to move. Come on, come on. Y'all is free now. Y'all is free. There we go. These guys. I can't believe them. But yo, man, appreciate the shout, you guys. I tried out 2 mods, made planets. One was Earth, and they forgot to add ice. More fresh and fiber plants to the planet could not get as far. All feels bad. What if that's prehistoric Jurassic Earth? Yo, man, it could be. Just give you a shit ton of oxygen and nothing else. Got some dudes stuck right there. They're gonna be fine. We saved them. We saved them. Everything's gonna be all right, hopefully. I would give in the old eyebrow rise, $20. Try again. Hey, man, 20 bucks is 20 bucks, man. I'm just saying. I've been researching Dreco Ratch designs and didn't see any designs that simply drop Drecos from the overflow shearing room back into the breeding room using a door dropper. Any reason this could be a bad idea? It's not as consistent. So it's, you're talking about this, right? Instead of having a refill room, you can make a dropper room instead like this. And you can actually do it. The only thing that's a problem is you usually have to omit the eggshells. Because in the automatic dropper setup, I don't have a way of removing eggshells. So I actually had to make a separate auto sweeper design. So if you want the eggshells from the refill room, you have to allow dupe access, or, you know, you have to automate it with another sweeper setup, which is, you know, not that bad in the grand scheme of things. And you can do it. The Drecos are fine. You could use that same design and just drop the Drecos into the bottom. The problem is consistency. It means that your refill room is only ever going to have 1 Dreco, unless you're going to have multiple drop rooms. And then the problem is that you're not always going to have 8 critters in here. With a stable dropper room like this with multiple Drecos, I almost always have 8 out of 8. But if I look at my hatch ratch, that's not the case. This is 5 out of 8, this is 6 out of 8, this is 6 out of 8, this is 1 out of 8, this is 2 out of 8. So it's not consistent. So in the grand scheme of things, it really depends on how much you value that consistency. If you're relying on Drecos as a food source, you probably don't want to use that as a dropper setup, if that makes sense. But yeah, you could do it. There's nothing wrong with it. It does mean less dupe labor, but it's not as able to top it off. As a means of refilling the breeding room, that is. Yeah. Legit is the best Dreco Ranch build out there. Appreciate my sush. That's about 4 blocks in a car. It's not bad, that's true. Huh? If Auto Rango is active, it could be good enough, but usually it's kind of reversed. Oh, you showed a bead of liquid and a pump above it. I tried to search for it. I was probably using the wrong search words. Pump above a bead of water. So what are you trying to accomplish, Dark Matter? Yeah. It's probably this one. Right here? Bead of water, liquid pump? Or were you looking at something else? So I'm combining a shearing room and a dropper. So that one of the Drecos in the shearing room will walk into the doors and get dropped. This means I also get access to all eggshells. See, the problem with that is you don't have a way to automate the dropper. That's the problem. So the way the dropper works is that the room is always consistent with the amount of critters. So in my case, it's either 1 or 0. If you combine it with the shearing room, the problem you run into is you only are able to close the door if you set a random number here. That's going to fluctuate because you're going to have, I mean, I guess you could just count the eggs. But if that makes sense, it just means that you have, you know, if one of the critters dies, they don't drop anymore. And you have to wait for an egg to deliver first. Right? If that makes sense. Because how this is set up is this door right here is above 0. So if you actually have critters moving in here, more than 1, you don't get consistent door open close. Because that happens to me when I was moving my sandy shells. Right? Too many sandy shells dropped off on the critter drop off and the door setup doesn't work anymore. Oh, you have 2 doors set up for that. That could work. That could work. Because the problem with that is also you run into accidentally dropping multiple Drecos. And then you get cramped in the breeding room. And that kind of bops you. Not that you don't get... No, it's not cramped, overcrowded. And that overcrowded knocks their happiness, which is not good. But technically it could work, yeah. If it's like fleshed out a little bit better and solve some of the problems I talk about, you could probably get it to work. There is probably a setup that actually has that. But yeah, there are a couple of shortcomings to be aware of. But if you do solve it, yeah, that's actually an upgrade. Stable critter counts below for a while. Yeah, something that's the inconsistency I was talking about. You have a little bit of like 7 out of 8s. Ooh, it's a shovel, baby. I don't want to wrangle this guy because he's gonna dig through my map. He's gonna grab the copper. But yeah, dude, man, Robo Jumper. If you get that to work, let me know. That sounds like a nice upgrade for the Dreckle Ranch. All right, so we are no power yet. And then the power wires are all there. Okay, so we're going to do some jank shenanigans. We're going to run a single wheel setup. How much power is this? 120. It's not a lot. Okay. Single wheel setup. So that's connected. And then we have this connected. Solar power is not going to work yet. And then this is set to 3-3. 5 seconds. All right, so yeah, this is gonna be. This should work the way I think it does. Wrangling Voles from part 2 on the fresh map. It's like hunting an alien. Dude, that's a nightmare, dude. They move way too fast. It's like trying to outrun Flash and you're Batman. Like, yes, everyone's a superhero, but it's not fair, dude. Batman is never gonna outrun the Flash. Let's be real. That's how it feels like, man. Trying to hunt down a shovel. Like, dude, that guy is fast, dude. He covered 10 tiles in the amount of time my dupe covers 1 tile. It's kind of ridiculous how strong it is, you know? Alright, so we're gonna have to put... I'd probably get away with iron. Steel is because if I have rockets launching, right? Yeah, so I could probably replace this later. No, I'll just do steel now. Let's not think about it. We'll go out to here. And then this goes out to here. Just might do something to do. And then let's actually calculate power. I do want to actually get close to 2,000 with enough solar panels. So 380 each. We go up to 2,000 watts. So it's about 400. We need 5. Okay. So I need to make sure this goes all the way out. This could be lead because we're going to be protected. And then this means I go out to here. And then I got to line it up with the doors. Oh, it lines up perfectly. Sweet. This means that my steel automation goes up to here, lines up, not even mad. And then that means I'll switch out to iron at the bottom, like this as well. Mechanized airlocks are on the left tile, so I could leave that 1 tile blank. We get the power line established. Okay, we just got to build everything now. I still need to extend out the pinch of pepper nut farm with a pip. So we're going to have to plant some more, get to the second layer. It's heating up. I need to get to 35, though, at the edge. Once we get to that, this is going to be able to grow pretty consistently. And then this is going to maintain the heat at 60 degrees. Yeah, I see how it performs. It just takes ages for a Dreckle Ranch to boot up with how silly Dreckles reproduce and hatch. Yeah. But then again, honestly, they make up for it by having long life. 150 cycles, right? So they get to breed for a long time. End up getting a lot of eggs per Drecko. So it's not bad. It's you know, balancing... Oh, crap. I never actually finished this. Okay, so we need to do this. And then we're going to remove these ladders. I should be able to just hop on this, hop across, and go across instead. Alright, so we're going to have a strat for this, of course. And it's going to revolve ice temp shift plates. Y'all know what it is. The ice temp shift plate special. And we should probably do a minor setup here with some reservoirs. So, it doesn't really matter. We'll just keep... We probably don't need that many. Let's use 2. And then let's just do a simple setup. So, we are going to want insulated pipes. This comes out. This connects. And because of that fork right there and how that works, I am going to have this go through like that. Okay, because of that unbuildable, we're gonna go up. So this should work in theory, but I've never seen the two forks interact like this. So we have a fork 1 that's going to be greens merging together, and then we immediately go to a fork into the intakes, which splits the bubbles. Honestly, this probably causes a problem, but I'm hoping it doesn't. And then we're going to need a liquid pump here. And then this is just going to go in, and then we need power. This is 2,000 watts. Jeez, what's on this power line? Oh, the suits. And then the AT. Okay, we'll just use the regular conductive wire. Oh, that's the wrong way. Okay, we're going to use this wire. Alright, so the LED, I want to be below the tiles. Up and above. That just connects. Alright, so this is warm enough. Hopefully it's not going to be a problem. Wait for that to be built. Food is overrated. No, man, we need the food, baby. Now, we have a lot stockpiled. Look at that. 800,000 kcals of barbecue. We're eating good. We only have a limit of 2 briskets per duplicate. You know, it's kind of like hurricane warnings in Texas. We go to the HEB, and then they only have beef brisket, but they're limiting how many you could buy. That's a bad feeling, man. You're trying to have brisket dinner today and tomorrow, and they're telling you no. That's a bad feeling, man. Just saying. Alright, so I need to get... Oh, that's steel! I'm just dropping it on the ground. Alright, let's get a ladder here. Let's mine this out. Let's mine this out. 1, 2, 3. I could climb up. That's no problem. Can't jump across. So, ladder up here. So, here, 1, 2, 3. We could mine everything else on top of that. And then we'll mine up to here, so we could jump across. Mine all that. And then we could jump across again. Mine all this. And then from here, we just clear out the map. Sweet, sweet. Oh, describe that pump thing I was talking about in chat. Oh, ha. No, I thought it was the bead right below the pump. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. So the pump was 1 tile higher than usual. Oh, you're talking about the no contact liquid pump. That's an exploit. You're talking about an exploit, actually. If you want, I could talk to you about how it works. But depending on what you're trying to accomplish, you might be better off with a mini pump. The mini pump has a weird mechanic. That's probably more lucrative if that's what you're looking for. Exploit feature, yeah. So it depends what you're trying to do, and if you want, I could explain to you how the no contact pump works. Is there a spot where the oxygen is leaking into space? Left of your space store? Yeah, right here. It's a little bit. I should probably seal it up. Let's deconstruct this, and then I wanted the hydrogen and the polluted oxygen to get vented out, but it looks like it's a little bit too high up. No, I don't have it on YouTube. I actually did not make a design for that yet. And it's mainly because it's an exploit that doesn't have a lot of use. If there was more use for it, I'd probably have more videos. But a lot of the times, the only reason why you would use such a design is if the liquid is too hot. And in most cases, you have alternative designs. So because of that, I tend to not really want to make things for that. If that makes sense. Just because it's like not that many use. But, you know, if you want to learn, I could teach. Build a tile and... Dude, that... I don't like those. When you clip buildings from lag, I feel like that's gonna get patched out. Yeah, it feels very wrong. I agree. It feels very wrong. You should not have that as an option. Like, real talk, man, that shouldn't be a thing. So there's an exploit where if you lag, you could clip buildings into each other, the blueprints. So I could actually simulate this. Let me do a quick save. So there's the exploit that Fluon's talking about. Revolves around this mechanic, and it's lag-based. So let me go with 3x speed, and then you go like this. Go back to 1x speed. You can see how I overlap the bathrooms. You could actually, if you're very finessed, make it so that you could have a blueprint overlap each other, and then you make a specific design. And what happens is that if you have a blueprint like this, it's actually okay to build your bathrooms like this. The buildings are still going to function, still going to operate, and there's not going to be anything wrong with it. The only thing is that the animation of the bathrooms clip into each other. So it looks very jank. It's cheaty, yes, 100%. I don't like this, and I don't use it. I don't use it because I agree with antisocial. Hi, Auntie. Nice to see that you're on the socials now. But yeah, I agree. I don't like that, so I don't do it. But that's what Fluon's talking about. The clipping the tile in a certain way so that you could have your liquid pump inside of a tile so that it works in a very weird format. It's also quite popular for solar panels. Yeah, you could do that with solar panels and get max power. RoboJumper's 100% right. Which is why I try not to use it. It's so strong, dude. It's good for saving space, but I feel dirty when I do it, man. You guys know what I'm talking about, man? Feeling dirty? You guys ever do something that was so easy, but you get such a huge advantage that it doesn't seem right? That's kind of how it feels like, man. There is also a way of last mode of deconstructing a tile, plant other tile, and then you could plant some building inside that tile. Oh, Fluon got the better methods. Coming in with the strats. I see you over there. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. I didn't know you could do that. Didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool. So all of these we could reach from the bottom. So we'll just mine it in from the under. Remove that ladder and then climb up, mine out the rest of the regulars. We have to finish building this out. And then I can actually get this started. So we're at 0%. And I am going to safety save again. I'm going to turn this on, but not for the solar panels. Only for my space scanner. Hopefully it works. I want to do a test run. So nothing here, so it doesn't have to connect. I will cut the line so that only this door opens. And then for this to work, I need to simulate what happens with a signal switch. Alright! What in the world? Trustin's coming in with the raid! Thanks so much for the raid, Mr. Trustin. I see you over there. Holy crap. Shoutouts to you? What is going on, Mr. Trustin? How was the Deep Rock Galactic? Hey, how was that, man? That's the space mining game, right? Isn't that multiplayer? Raid left me behind. Feels bad, Poetic Artist. Don't worry, man. You came in with that sub badge. You're loved here, man. We got you. Bump up over 100 viewers. Heck yeah, dude. Appreciate, man. Appreciate the support, Mr. Trustin. How was the stream? How was the, Is that the correct game that I'm thinking about? You're like space dwarves, right? And you guys go mining together? That's the game, right? I might be wrong. But guys, check out Mr. Trustin. He's pretty cool. Chill dude. He's a very... How do I say this? Of course, if you like beards, this man has a huge, majestic beard, I believe. Trustin, you have a beard, right? Am I confusing you with someone else? No, right? But, dude, Trustin's a nice guy. Very chill. Does a lot of, Well, he used to do a lot of, RimWorld and stuff. You just shaved it! Oh, the beard was nice, man. Not gonna lie. But hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta, you know... There's that saying that, gotta quote the great late Oscar Gamble. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. And it really do be like that sometimes. Oh, for charity. Yeah, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. All good, man. Food 1994, hello, from afar, not so far, both streams, and from space. Hey, man, welcome on in. Let me know if you have any questions. We're playing some Oxygen Not Included right now. This is a colony management simulation game. We're doing a challenge run where we're getting 100 dupes. To give you guys a ballpark, you're typically going to be around 24 for a stable colony. We have so many dupes in our colony right now that we're starting to lag. And right now we're going to be dealing with the meteor showers. That's going to be happening soon. And we set up a design to deal with it, and we're doing a couple of test phases to see if it works the way we think it does. But of course, if you guys do play this game, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help. And of course, if you guys don't know Mr. Trust and check the man out, let me give him the other shout out as well. I'll be back in a few months. Yo, man, gotta get that beard back, dude. But yo, yeah, still was good times. SU Mine Planet, the Space Dwarves, good times. Oh, dude, I've heard good things about that game. Not gonna lie. But I do hear that you should have, like, multiplayer. I don't know how it is in the single player. Oh, cool, lag the game forever. We're doing also a lot of strats to reduce lag. So things like mining out the map and not having pathing to it. Making sure we sweep up all the items on the ground. There's an item right there we need to sweep. So that all the debris tiles go directly into the single tile storage we have. Well, sometimes the dupes get lazy and get it close. But by doing it that way, we have less lag. So we have to do a lot of these little strats to reduce lag. But of course, you know, hopefully it's not that bad. Dude, this is all hot, refined metal, dude. Holy crap. Meteors in space is much better than them crashing through the atmosphere at 3 a.m. in the city. 100%, man. Meteorites in the city is not the business. Alright, so we're scanning. We don't detect meteorites right now. And we're going to do the first test run. So, we got to connect this. And then... right now we have a red signal, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate a meteor is actually on the way. So we're going to simulate a green signal by connecting it. So now that it's connected, you can see the automation wire setting a green signal overriding the red. And then this should be what happens. So this locks, which it does. And then everything else is closed, as it should be. And then what happens is that afterwards, the meteor shower is over. We have this closed. And then I need to change this signal. This needs to be... we'll use 24 seconds to honor Kobe Bryant. So that opens now. Alright, so... oh, that's not correct. That is not correct. Did I do this too fast? Alright, we're going to change this again. This filter should not be ticking down. Yeah, it shouldn't be ticking down. Yeah, it should be fine. So then now the meteor shower is over. So what should happen is this opens. Right, as it should, and it give a red signal when it's open. This... oh, the door isn't powered. That's why. Okay, never mind. Give me a sec, you guys. The door has no power, so it doesn't open fast enough. So if you guys don't know, this door right here, it's very peculiar. Because, this door, how do I say this? It, takes 5 minutes to actually open and close half a cycle if it doesn't have power. So because of that, it's not opening fast enough. You can see that it's still trying to open from the signal like previous seconds ago. Look at that. I'm on max speed. It's ticking down so slow. So we need to give it some power. I forgot about that. So we just got to do that. Alright guys, we don't get to test it yet. We got to add a power line first. Alright. I don't think balloons would float up in space. This is true. It shouldn't because of the vacuum. There was one in Toronto and in Calgary. Don't know about that one until yesterday. Wait, a meteor? Really? Antisocial? Damn. Wait, it was in Toronto? Yeah, someone in Milton got a video. Oh, that's cool. You gotta post it on YouTube, man. Yeah, I feel like I played it. Lag like heck your game is clean compared to my game from old time. Yeah, man. If you want some tips on what you could do to reduce lag, I could let you know as well. And then 2 weeks later, a few rockets crashed through the door. We're open, boys. No, man, no rockets yet. We'll get those soon. Sonic boom at 3 a.m. That's wild. Dark matter. That reminds me. Did you want to learn about the no contact pump design, or were you okay about it? Just curious. I need to make sure you're good. And then if you do have a specific use for it, let me know. No, just curious. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Just want to make sure we satisfy the curiosities. Alright, so we got to build that. Door's still trying to open, do its thing. Hopefully it's not going to break my space scanner by having the hot debris fall on it and then overheating it. Hopefully we get the power in time. Alright, so we're waiting for that. It's a weird seeing the original base game. It's a good change of pace. I will say that. You don't have to deal with radiation anymore. There's a lot of little things that are like non-issues now. Radiation's not a thing. Polluted oxygen. Oh no, that still causes yucky lungs. I do have to repair my suits still because I'm playing with that. Oh, I gotta add new suits. But there's some of the other things I don't have to worry about, like mud, polluted mud falling down on me. Nah, I don't play the game anymore. Too much stress from early game start. Oh, that sucks, man. Feels bad. Game's a great game, though. I will say that. Just curious. What's the mechanic? Is it a small amount of fluid? So the mechanic is based off of how the pump works. So a pump, by design, always looks the same. You cannot rotate it. That's not coincidence. The pump is not rotatable because of how it pumps. So this pump is of 2x2, right? So we could represent that with 4 tiles, right? Now, how this pumps is bottom left, right? So it's the bottom left tile right here. That's the center of the pump. The center of the pump pumps out in a plus shape, right? So this is the center where the water comes in, but then it pumps these tiles as well. So what you have to do is basically your pump pumps like this. And then this is the top right corner of your pump, right? So what you have to do is basically, that's the pump range, but that's not how the water detection occurs. Water detection occurs on the pump itself. So what you have to do is a weird design where you do something like this. Where you drip water or another, liquid, something that's high mass per tile. Viscal gel, petroleum or oil is not bad. Naphtha liquid is also not bad. Basically things that have more mass on the tile before spilling over. Oil is good because it, 300 grams. Water sucks because I think it's like 30 grams before it spills to a second tile. So you need to have that dripping, right, on this tile for 2 reasons. You need to trigger the liquid pump so that you can pump this tile. And then you need to cool down the pump because normally you would use this design to pump magma, right? So the thing is that magma breaks all liquid pumps. And one of the things you have a hard time doing is getting it into the pipeline. The thing is that pipelines don't overheat, and you could build it out of obsidian that doesn't melt until 3,000 degrees. So this allows you to actually, if you can get magma in the pipeline, you're going to be able to transport it in the pipeline. So the basic issue you run into is having a feasible way of having your liquid pump. And there's no metal in the game, even now in the DLC, that allows you to deal with 1,500 degrees or higher, right? Anything lower than that, it'll probably solidify into igneous. So you don't have a way of getting magma into the pipeline. There's no real way, right? So you would have to use a no contact pump method otherwise. So that's how that works. So because you're going to want this to be a vacuum so that your pump doesn't overheat by having the gas touch the magma and superheating over 1,000 degrees, you're going to eventually have to deal with the heat that the pump generates on itself, which is why you're dripping the oil. You want the oil to be cold so that the heat generated by the pump operating in a vacuum doesn't break itself. So that's a couple of, reasons, but that's going to be the best way to show it. Pump is a 2x2, right? This is also the pump range, I believe. There's no way to put a tile here so that you could have a liquid here, right? But if you could do what Fluon is saying with that lag strat of putting a tile here, You could have a liquid on this tile, and it's a little bit easier. Not gonna lie. You can use pitcher pumps, 100%. Pitcher pump strat's another thing where the roots don't heat up, but you can't get it into a pipeline still. That's the biggest problem. You could use it for transport and having the dupes carry a jug of magma, which is pretty comical. They're just carrying casually a couple thousand Celsius degrees. But you know, it is what it is. The dupes got to do what the dupes do. Yeah, and plastic bot. I mean, it's not plastic. You could argue it's neutronium. The neutronium bottles. That way, it makes sense. All right, so we're good. Let's get the power in. Let's get that in. Let's get that in. Do we have juice? We do. You could even do 2 tiles diagonally so liquid never spill in the wrong place. Yep, gotta have that safety spill. Does building the tiles on top of the pump not entomb the pump? That's the biggest thing I'm curious about. Don't you run into entombing issues? Alright, so with the power on 1x speed, it's closing a lot faster. We get to see each animation. So 24 seconds might not be enough. Let's go with 60, and then we'll trim it down accordingly. 0 priority mod can help. Interesting. Wait, no, but the pump doesn't operate when entombed, though, right? Oh, look at this guy. With the negative athleticism. Yeah, it's actually negative. Minus 3. Look at how slow this guy is, dude. Who let him outside? I can't believe it. Man, this taking is sweet time, dude. That's why this is taking forever. Gotta go to sleep. We'll see you next time, food. Have a good one. Restful, rest easy, man. And thank you for stopping by. Is modding hard? Creating mods? Creating mods requires you to know how to code. Like, you actually have to open up like a coding program to make the mods. Just in case you're curious. So unless you know how to write code for the game. And then you have to understand the tags as well. How to reference certain things in the game. It doesn't make sense, man. It's crazy. It shouldn't work like that. But hey, man, it is what it is. Alright, guys. I am going to sip on a drink. Give me a second, guys. I gotta open the bottle without spilling it all over my desk. Oh, man. Oh, Mamba is so up close. I didn't even realize that. Oh, look at him yawn. Come on, babies. You're right in the camera. Do you run ads in your stream? I don't believe I've seen any of your stream. I don't run ads. I don't. Basically, I'm not big enough to run ads. So I could run ads so that all the new people wanting to check out my stream don't get that initial introductory ad when you go to a stream for the first time. But I found that my stream is so small that I don't benefit from it. The ad revenue is like nothing, and it turns away more of my non-subs too. The people that lurk the channel, right, and you know can't afford to sub, but they didn't want to support the stream. And it's like I don't want to, you know, do anything bad to them, right? Because it's like if they're financially in a bad position, sometimes it's not their fault, and I understand that. And if they can't support, maybe another time, maybe they're in between jobs, whatever the reason is, you know, it just I don't benefit it anyway. The ad revenue is like barely anything, and it turns away my viewers that are already watching, right? Every 30 minutes getting hit with ads, it's not good to be lurking in a channel like that. I found that it's been better for my growth if I don't do that. So I don't run ads. It's only the mandatory ads that Twitch forces you to do when you go to the stream for the first time. I have no control on that. I have no control on that, so, you know. Any ads that run, it's not me, it's Twitch. I heard sometimes people are getting 7 ads now. I don't know how that works, but I have heard that before, right? I've also seen a guy get 3 ads, but each ad is a minute and a half. I've seen 7 ads, but they're like 15 to 30 seconds each. I've seen 3 ads that are like a minute long. It's pretty crazy sometimes. You get the extended commercials. Not gonna lie, man. Not having a TV for a while, that's kind of been like kind of a meme. The extended commercials. Depends how the people set up the ads. You could run 9 at once. That's crazy. That's literally crazy. It's too many ads. But hey, man, to each their own. They got to do what they got to do. 20 seconds, up to 8 ads. Oof. Ads could deter new people on a channel. It could. But it could also help because if you run an ad, what happens is that introductory ad that you would otherwise get. So when you click on a stream channel for the first time, you get ads, right? What you can do is instead... am I still having people deliver? No. Okay. There's probably not enough ice. You could run ads manually. Oh, Mamba. He's going deeper to a spot. He wants to have some cover, man. He's playing some XCOM. He heard that 50% cover is better than 0. So, you know how it is. He's got to be behind the pillows. So when you run the ad, what happens is that you don't get that pre-roll ad. So the people viewing your channel for the first time don't get hit with an ad immediately. That's about it. That's the only benefit to you. Outside of that, running the ads is only for, like, the revenue. And you don't really want to run ads until you're, like, 250 plus, realistically. Otherwise, it's like you run ads, risk of losing people, right? And you don't get compensated accordingly. Ads when you join is stupid. Yeah, that's why, though. If that didn't exist, no one would probably run ads unless they were a big channel. So if you guys didn't know, the biggest season for ads is October, November, December. The last 3 months of the year is the biggest time for ads. That's where you have the most ads occur in the United States. And it's because they have to advertise to remove the inventory for the year, right? That way they could show losses. And that way they don't have to pay as much tax, right? There's a lot of, like, small things about that. But yeah, after Christmas, though, January, there's no ads. It goes down to 0. You go from, like, 100 to 0 over New Year's. I'm not even kidding. The ads drop drastically. It's insane. It is insane. We actually have no more ice. And before we actually start mining this and have a little bit of leeway, because this is minus 44, we're going to open up the ice box that we have at the bottom of the map. So we have an auto sweep set up. This door is locked, right? And then we have all the ice right here. So you can see ice right here is at 0. So the moment I open this door, my ice goes up to... Come on, it's open. 382 tons. So this is my ice storage. Automatically, my dupes will drop off the ice here if I have it set up properly. But because I want to tap into it, I have to turn it off. So we're going to turn this off right now. Make that sweep only. And then we're going to grab the polluted ice specifically. And we're going to melt it over here. So the strat is we do a layer of polluted ice. This is going to touch the warm area, melt. We pump that up. This goes basically into replace what we have here with the cool slush geyser. So we're going to have like negative 20 ice water. And then we're going to use that to cool down the mulewood and the rust. Because this is starting to warm up, which is not good. Get hot oxygen. Yeah, first ad usually twitch itself. Rest is by OP either manually on timers. Yeah, it'd be like that. Hate Christmas ads. You know what I hate more than that? When people blast Mariah Carey, like, every hour. I'm just a lot of times like, come on, man. I know that song. I heard it when I was a baby. Can we get a remix? Instead of just Mariah Carey saying the same thing over and over. Like, this is a nice song. But it's been, like, murdered, dude. Like, so many people overplay it. You go to the mall, it's on that song on repeat. Then you get, dude, all the old songs. Can we please build that one ladder segment? Dupes killing their backs. One ladder segment. Where's it at? Where is it at, Real Guitar? I don't know what you're talking about. One ladder setup. Are you talking about this? At the bottom of my ladders? Oh, you were talking about my temp shift area? Right here? Right here? Is that what you're talking about? Wait a sec, I thought you were supposed to put temp shift plates next to each other. No, I'm melting it. I'm melting it. That's actually why. Regular ladder above the ladder above space. Oh, right here? Alright, we got you, man. We got you. Pancake Patter. I have 8 hours in this game and just bought it the other day and holy shit, you're based. Dude, don't worry. I have 2,500 hours in the game. So, it's fine. Okay, we have a proper meteor shower. I could turn this off. And we still get a green signal, so this is a proper... Oh, this is going to be a proper meteor shower. Let's go. Okay, so everything should be fine. And hopefully this works as intended. Pancake Patter, if you have any questions, let me know. But I have 2,500 hours in this game. I am a through and through veteran. I'm a walking Wikipedia. I have way too much knowledge on this game. And so I'm doing a lot of advanced strats, a lot of exploits, a lot of things to just make sure I have everything I need. So, give you an idea, look at my power spine. Look at how organized this is. Centralized power. Everything comes from here. And then all my power wires going into my base. I also have oxygen lines in a similar fashion. I have one oxygen machine here. One oxygen machine here. One oxygen machine here. A lot of oxygen. But yeah, I have a YouTube channel. A lot of guide tutorials. I even have my entire playthroughs of beginning to end of a lot of my colonies. So if you want, you could watch some of my playthroughs from episode 1, and it's an unedited VOD. You could skip through whatever you want to watch, and you could see what I do in the early game, what I do in the mid game, what I do in the end game. I have different types of runs. Challenge runs, where I do all achievements, max difficulty runs with the sliders. This is a base game all achievement run with 100 dupes. We also have a normal playthrough where we just complete the printing pot objectives and nothing else. So you could find what fits your pace of the game and what you're trying to do. And then, dude, from there, just ask the questions. Because if you watch someone experienced do the things, and I explain the things as I do it, you get to have a general idea of what it is. And then if you still have problems, you could always catch me live. Ask me the questions right here. So you say you only have 8 hours, right? And do you have the DLC? I guess that's the biggest question. Do you have the DLC? You said you have the base game, but I don't know about the DLC. Oh, right here. Sure. No. So I have... This is going to be replaced later. Insulated tile. After we sweep it. So I don't want to put a ladder there. Just base game. This playthrough would be not bad. Because this might be my only base game video. This is the same thing. We're going to put insulated tile here as well. So this is going to be a perimeter. And I have to go across after I deconstruct this, actually. Yeah. So it's by design. So I would say this playthrough is called Based Mamba. Based Mamba. And that's because this is a base game colony. So I would recommend this playthrough. I will say that in this playthrough, we're going to be playing at a higher pace. Because one of the achievements we have to do is Carnivore. Which requires us in the first 100 cycles, eat 400,000 kcals of meat. So we're going to do a lot of advanced strats to take care of this design. But I think that would probably be the one to check. How to get salt. Okay, so salt. If you're curious about that, salt has a couple of methods. So first is, I don't know if you have stash of salt vine seeds, right? This is the spice plant that's edible. And what you need for this is chlorine. So normally you get a chlorine geyser or something. And this consumes chlorine at a rate of, I think it's 6 kilograms per cycle or something like that. So it actually eats the chlorine. And then as a result, it gives you salt. That is one method. The other method is building the refinement building. The desalinator. This building. And then you could feed it salt water. I have mine flooded so that it's also cooling down the building without actually having to cool it down. So we're just using the liquid to cool it down because it's, you know, it's good enough. And then from this, you generate salt. You just have to empty it out from the box, and your dupes do that automatically. Outside of that, you have to mine salt. I don't have any more to show you, but you could find salt in the biome. Yeah, right here. You can find salt in this biome right here. This is the ocean biome with these Pokeshell guys, the crabs. But yeah, that's how you get salt. And then base Mamba for the VOD playthrough, I would suggest. DLC makes the life easier. I believe that as well. It does. There's a lot of cool things. DLC, actually, well, so there's a couple of new mechanics. Overall, the DLC adds a new mechanic. So in this game, there's something called radiation. Radiation does not exist in this game. And in the DLC, it's added in. Basically, radiation is it's a new element, basically, that you have to deal with. So in space, you have lights, right? You get sunburned. It's a different form of light. It's ultraviolet rays. That's not light. Instead, it's radiation. And it adds that to a plethora of things to the game. There's a research tree specifically for radiation. They redo the technology tree. And the biggest thing with the DLC is they redo rocketry from the get-go. Oh, it worked! Oh, it didn't crush enough. Okay, so the door opened. Oh, I missed it. And it's still open. Oh, dude, look at that. So the door opened and none of the regolith got stuck on this door. Everything fell right through. Let's go. Alright, so... I see what I need here. There is a... Yeah, I see what I need to do. We gotta move this. And we gotta put a wire here. And then we gotta do this wire right there. And then we're gonna have to put a buffer gate right here. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta make that change to make this fully work. But then you can see that this opens now. We get space scanning, 8%, 1%. And that's because the other doors are closed. And then we also only have one space scanner, so that kind of sucks. But if we redo this, we could open up all the other doors, pick up a couple more percentage. I think we go up to 21. And then we need a second scanner. And then we get to turn on the rock crusher and crush the regolith. And then we get to upgrade this setup. So we need to do that first. So let's get the construction here, priority 7. And then let's get normal mechanized airlocks for this part. So this is going to be like this. Oh, I'm lagging. Feels bad. Here. Oops. Oh my god. There we go. But yeah, they also have different shape maps. This map is very large. They trimmed it down, and then they redid rocketry completely. Didn't get the DLC right away because I don't want to get too overwhelmed since I'm still very new. It's a lot of extra content. I do recommend playing with the DLC because even though it's more content and you can get overwhelmed, I think it makes it overall a little bit better. Then again, it's because I'm experienced. I'm saying that as a new player, depending on how easily you get overwhelmed, one of the upsides is because you have a lot of options for tackling the problems. More options means more solutions. So you're more likely to survive in the DLC playthrough, if that makes sense. But at the same time, if you're the type of person that gets overwhelmed by those things, I could see how it's going to have the opposite effect. And instead of having the options help you out, you might realize that the options are not really doing that. So, yeah, I hope that helps. I will also say this. I played this game for 75 hours before I was able to get past Cycle 100. But I'm the type of person that resets on small mistakes. Like, day 1, I forget to make a bathroom. And then the next morning, the dupes walk around and pee in my water tank. Right? Pees in my water tank. And I'm just kind of like, all right, man, we got a lot of germs in the water. I don't know if that's going to affect me. But you know what? It's only cycle 1. I'm just going to reset. So I did a lot of that for 75 hours until I got a perfect run. And then I got past cycle 100. 75 hours. 75 hours, right? And that's me. And you see how well my base is now. And I'm at 2,500 hours. So it's like, you put in the time, you'll eventually start picking up things, understand. And it also helps if you have people to talk to. I have chat, luckily. So Chat gets to bounce around ideas with me. If they have a very peculiar idea that might work, we'll try to figure it out. And then, as a group, we kind of, mega brain this, and then eventually we just learn together. But yeah, a lot of experience. DLC extra content, small asteroids. Yep. Is buried thermal sensor not working? It's those psycho lower doors till it feels hot regolith. Ooh. See, the thing is that regolith isn't even though. You get the pyramids like this, right? You get the blank tiles, so it's not going to be consistent. That's the problem with that fluon, with the thermal sensor. That's true. You can entomb that, cause I could entomb the sensor for my ice right here. That's a good idea, because I could entomb my conveyor rail sensor, right? In ice, in regular, it should be the same thing. Oni is a bit of a learning curve. Restarted my last 4 bases. Dude, I restarted way too many. 4 times, I did about 20 times. Yep. Watched a lot of YouTube videos. That one I'd restart too. I feel that, man. I'm the same. Start over, me too. Restart on every small thing. Yep. Yo, man. Would you guys agree that that's kind of a trait amongst Oni players and people that love Oni? We're all perfectionists, and we love to perfect the craft. Hey, look at that, my mealwood's working again. So we put in the ice cold minus 16 degrees Celsius polluted water from the ice, and our mealwood farm is rolling again. Pretty sweet. Couple right here, it's a little bit too warm, but it's gonna cool down soon. And I can't even be mad. Not even mad. Let's get a couple of ice temperature plates right here. And then we're just going to have a little bit of a cold buffer at the bottom as well to help out. You would also have lived through the slime lung era. The deadly slime lung, dude, back in the days. Back in my day, slime lung used to kill you out of the box. Straight up, man. I am on the map, no puffs, resisting the urge to start over. Puffs? No puffs are good, man. I hate puffs. I'm not going to lie. 100 challenge, 35 cycles in, I'm pretty sure I'll restart. No worries, man. Dude, restarting is part of the game in the very beginning. You're still learning. Going for all achievement in one map. Oh, interesting. I see. All achievement's pretty good. No, you know what's the crazy thing? I think that them nerfing the germs was the right move. And the reason why I say that is because if you had deadly germs, you would have a smaller player base. Because you would have more people giving up after realizing that they could die from slime lung. And although it's like, well, no, that's not true. I think it is. I feel like that's actually like the case. That if there was deadly diseases like there was before, it would be a problem, I think. Because it's like, for us experienced players, I think it's fine. But for the newer players learning the game, and, Oni was just coming out, they're trying to expand its community, I feel like for them, that was a good decision. Because, and overall, you get more people playing. And then more people survive, more people dig in deeper, you get, more mad scientists. But I think it should be toggleable. I will say that. I think it should be default off, but I think we should have a base game function to make it deadly. I think that's what should be done. And of course, they also have, whatchamacallit, mods for that, to bring it back. Way past my bedtime, gonna go now. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out on the Twitch. Thanks for being here from the beginning. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. Rest well, rest easy. And of course, we'll see you next time. Gonna get some plastic tubes. I probably should. Yeah, there's a mod to put it back. Yeah. I literally lived in fear of slime lung until just recently. Yeah, that's another thing. People that don't play the game, they still are scared of slime lung. The way that we were scared of slime lung when it was actually deadly. That's the thing. So it's like the effect is still there, but once they realize it's harmless, they're a little bit more gun-ho. And they're going to, go straight for, whatever it is they're going to do. Because once they realize it's not that bad, it becomes an easier game for them. And I think they needed that for helping out the new player base. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong. But I think it was a good change. I do think, though, that taking it out completely was a little bit too much. No sweat mode helps out a lot. I've actually never played a no sweat mode, not gonna lie. Plastic tubes, I probably should. I have a lot of power. Do I have an open line? I do. I could probably make some transit tubes somewhere. The only thing is that I want to have transit tubes by the beds. So I might want to make a transit hub somewhere in the middle that they all could reach and get dropped off to wherever they need to go to. But I haven't really thought about that yet. I will need to make it though. Can I see your air pipes? Can't seem to get enough air in my base due to the length or too many vents. Okay, so the biggest thing to look at is see if it overpressures. If it overpressures, add a new one. If it doesn't overpressure, try to help it out by having another line help it out. That's what I did here. I cut this line so that this comes from a different line. And then we just dedicate this to the top. But those are all my airlines. You describe my time with this game. I was worried about the slime. Everyone was. Everyone was. And I feel like the reason why everyone was scared was because of COVID. It's weird to say that, but I think that's 100% true. It's because of COVID that people were panicking. Right? Because it's like, oh no, it's airborne. People are coughing. Oh, the dupes are coughing. Oh no, dude. And I feel like that kind of played to that. I use a atom sensor at 1,000. Atmos sensor. Oh. I just release... No. So you should just let it release. Like this. Because the gas vent overpressurized it at 2,000. And then you need 3,000, I think, for popped eardrums. So what you should do is just let it overpressure like that. And then it stops releasing the gas. So this is your way to maintain just having your vents come out like that. Because the thing about the pressure sensor is that if you get disproportional oxygen generation, meaning that one area has less oxygen than the others, and you have a pressure sensor for that, it's a problem. Because of the fact that you're going to try releasing it, but the oxygen's not going to get there because the sensor is right there, and you're not going to have sensors throughout the map. So it's better just use a gas vent to control everything. What's your goal right now? So my goal is, right now, we're dealing with space. I think we are... Oh, it's another... Okay, let's see this work. Let's see this work. So this is going to be our dealing with meteor showers. So we get meteor showers like that. These do damage to the tiles. You can see that these tiles are starting to crack. So what we have to do is build bunker tiles right here. And then we need to be able to deal with the debris afterwards. So right now we're trying to see if this build works. And I think it does. Oh, I didn't. Oh, this is wrong. And then this is opening. Because that's opening. Okay. So let me do this. Force it on. And then I need a buffer gate here. I gotta replace this. So I need to deal with the meteor shower, and then we could turn on our solar panels as a result as well. And then after that, we're going to try to get our first rocket up. We're also clearing a lot of the debris on the top of the map. That's from the meteor showers constantly hitting the top. But luckily for us, the debris are pretty nice because they get to absorb a little bit of the damage from the impact. So, cleaning up the top of the map so we can deal with it. We locked it in time. We just got to deal with this. And then we're also doing all achievements. So right now in my colony, we are at 106 dupes. We're going to try to get to 110 or 121. This is Terra. Arboria. And then we have all achievements. So we have a couple of achievements we got to do still with launch a rocket. We can't do the research until we launch a rocket. There's a gassy moo that we can't tame yet. So there's a Pokeshell and Pip that I don't really care for. Do that later. Get a gassy moo. Gotta get supercoolant. Gotta get transit tubes. But I really want to get the rockets first. Down the hatch, easy living, job suitability. But yeah, trying to do all the achievements. But yeah, Do carnivore, locavore, no binge eating, no extra calorie duplicates with no sweat hunger level. Oh, that sounds tough, Spoonwood. No binge eating? That's a strat, dude. You gotta be able to binge eat. Hardcore all achievement challenge? Yeah, I did that before on the flipped asteroid. Yeah. I see you, Mighty Stooge. I see you. But I'm not gonna lie, with the max difficulty, carnivore was a little bit easier. Oh, this is ready, and I completely forgot about it. Okay, so we gotta dump in the water. And then we gotta redo the pipes right here. Alright, so it's gonna loop out that way. We need to add more water into the system. And then guess what, boys? We got compost for days. You get a compost, you get a compost, everyone gets a compost. Oh, crap. Everybody gets a compost. Oh, but we're a classic start though, Spoonwood. So you know how we did it? With these guys. You could do carnivore on any map in the base game just because of these guys. So it's really not that bad. Shovels make everything easier. Yeah, you gotta ranch from the start. You gotta just understand that that's gonna be the goal. Gotta be ranching. Alright, so we compost this so that we could generate more polluted dirt into dirt. We have a lot of polluted dirt. So hopefully we'll be able to keep up and then some. Yeah, Vols, dude. Vols top tier. Alright, so our oxygen geyser is working pretty well with the great filter design. The perfect filter. Yeah, I think I remember seeing you hunting those for this one. Yeah, you gotta do it, man, with the oxygen masks. Alright, so are we in a vacuum yet? I wouldn't mind starting the... Oh, I was going to say this is a vacuum. No, the bottom area is, but the other areas are trying to catch up still. Feels bad. Gas movement is very slow. So you got to have good placements for your vents. Because the gases are going to take forever to move to the right spot. Spend a day once ranching pips and hatches for this. Yo, I see you. Yeah, man, that's the strat otherwise. You got to hatch... I can't believe you're eating pips, but yeah, the hatches, man. You gotta eat those guys. The lectivals are not supposed to produce eggs, Spoonwood. They're not supposed to produce eggs, if you didn't know that. So they will actually starve to death before laying an egg, I think. I might be wrong, but I think that's how it's supposed to work. Basically, if you get a lectival from your shovel randomly because of the spread, 98 to 2%, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. That just means that shovel died for no reason. And you got the minimum return back, which kind of sucks. Hydrogen crusher, we're not going to do that. We don't need to crush hydrogen. We'll be fine. It's going to be a nice time. Alright, let's build some more polluted ice temperature plates. Because I want to fill up the reservoir with water if possible. And then we cool down everything as a result. I think it's pretty sweet. Alright, so with that, that's fine. Let's remove the ladders here. Can we remove the door? Yes, okay. And then I don't want to mine this out yet because of the strip mining thing. Okay, so the last thing we need here is a filter gate. Buffer gate. I'm sorry, buffer gate. So this goes like this. I need to cut that, cut this. This goes in here, this goes here. That probably has a wire already, and then this goes up top. And then we cancel everything. Oh, I needed that buffer gate still.